Welcome everyone to another review. I'm your host, Maddox Collector, and today we have another JND Studios statue in the house, and I can't wait to share my thought about it. So without further ado, let's jump right into the review. So after these highlights, should I even bother doing this review? Aren't you guys convinced that this statue is sick? Or you guys still want to hear me talk? Well, if you still want to hear me talk, then keep watching. But before we jump into a more detailed review of this, I have two things to say. First, I want to say thank you to all of you that are subscribed to my channel. It means a lot. Two, if you're not subscribed, now is the time to subscribe, and here's why. Not only I'll be producing more content that you do not want to miss out, but also because we are about to reach 50,000 subscribers. And when we do so, I will be doing a major giveaway. It's either a 1/4 scale statue or 1/3 scale statue. God knows what it's gonna be. But for you to qualify, you have to be subscribed, you have to like my video, and you have to comment on videos from now till the time arrive where we have 50,000 subscribers. So you do not want to miss out. So again, subscribe, like, share, and comment. Anyway, enough with the logistic, let's talk about this piece. So JND Studio is no longer the new guy in town. Every release they have shown has been selling out instantly. After Arthur Fleck, Wonder Woman 84, the Joker, Catwoman Selina, Harley Quinn, and most recently, the Batman. And the Batman actually came in two versions, which either of them are a perfect companion for this piece. Version 1 is a single version. It comes a standalone Batman, which I think has the best cowl portrait I've ever seen. Or you can get the duo, which you have Batman and Christian Bale, Bruce Wayne. So both of these, for my knowledge, are sold out. So if you can get one in aftermarket, feel, jump on it. But even the rest are all sold out. It's been fire, amazing. Mad props for them, mad props for their team, mad props for the fans that are supporting them as well. So initially, I wanted to do an unboxing of this statue. And I kept my cool and didn't open the box until I saw some pictures on Facebook, which made me worry about the statue. But I was a victim of the initial first pictures. It seems like every time a new statue comes on the market, the first initial pictures do not do it justice. So I couldn't wait anymore. I opened the box. But luckily, I did some very short videos of the unboxing, which I will put at the end of this review. And I also will add some other links from the JND Studio where you can watch their own personal unboxing and many other videos. So I opened the box and I put the statue together, which is very easy to put in. And then I started playing with the code, and I didn't know what people were talking about online, because this statue, look at it. Flawless. I love it. I mean, there's little things you can change. Nothing is perfect, but it's him in the flesh, in my room. Anyway, so let me show you a little bit how to put the statue together. First of all, you have the base. And then you have the body, which the head is attached to it. And then you have 4 different hands and a machine gun and a knife. This is it. This is what this statue consists of. It's super easy to put together. You won't have any issues at all. the size of this statue, given the fact that it's 1/3 scale, is 26 inches and a half from the bottom of the base to the top of the head. And the footprint of the base is 12 inches by 12 inches, which for me is money. And the reason why, because I don't have much room in my statue collection to put 1/3 scale statues. So I don't buy that many of them. Every single 1/3 scale statue has a humongous base, which means less room for other statues. So whenever there's a 1/3 scale statue that has a small footprint of a base, I'm always in. So JND has been consistent with their bases, which means I've been consistently getting them, which means I've been consistently having less money in my pocket. It's just the way it works. But it's okay, it is what it is. I'm happy emotionally. My wife is not, but I am happy emotionally. Now, this statue comes with different material, right? So you have the first material, which is resin. And the resin is applicable on the base, the shoe, the body underneath the material, and the hand. The second, the most predominant one, is the material. You have it pants, jacket, coat, shirt, tie, and then you have metal. And metal is that chain that comes with the Joker. I mean, it has to be screen accurate, so they added the chain as well. And then you have the silicone face and the punched in hair as well. So they are very good at, putting all these elements together and giving us this statue. The edition size on the statue is 888, and if you bought it here in the United States, it would run you around $2,400 to $2,600 with tax and shipping, depending where you are located and depending on who you bought it from, right? And all the statues, they also come with this plaque where you have the name of the statue, the artist that worked on it, and the edition size. It's a cool thing to add it as well next to the statue to give it authenticity. A great little addition for the product. Now let's discuss the most important things about the statue, which I think is the pose, the material, the likeness, and the little switch outs. So let's start with the pose. This pose is the perfect representation of what's going on in the movie and that very iconic poster they use to promote the movie. So as you can see in the poster, this is exactly what you're getting in the statue. But that's not the most important part. If you forgot, there's a scene in the movie where the Joker and the Batman are playing like a chicken game. The Joker is standing in the middle of the road. Wait a second, why am I even telling you? Let's watch it. So as you can see, this statue is a perfect representation from that scene. The Joker is hunched down, giving that stare to Batman and telling him, "Hit me." When I first saw the initial pictures, I saw the evil Joker and I loved it. I'm like, this is it. This is it. This pose is a perfect representation of an iconic character that I need in my collection. So I was super excited, more than any other statue that they have released. And even to this day, this is one of my favorite statues that I have made. I am battling with the new one, the Duo by Batman, the Duo Batman statue, because I think it's going to be a great companion to this. But for now, since this is in my hand, this is my favorite one. The second thing that I want to discuss is the material. The material quality is very high-end. They have a very thick coat. The pants are very well done. Now, there was some complaint online as to like, oh, the coat doesn't fit right or is too baggy. Well, first of all, the coat was never tight on Batman. The coat was never tight on the Joker in the movie, right? And second of all, the initial pictures, like I mentioned previously, were not a perfect representation of the statue. First, they're being put in the box, so there's going to be some wrinkling. You're going to have to push the clothes together so they're not spread out in the box. Second, these statues are being shipped all the way from either Korea or China all the way to the United States. A lot of shaking is happening, so the clothes are going to have to be adjusted when you take them out of the box. The same thing goes for the hair. So you need to do some work, whether it's fixing the arms, whether it's adjusting the inside of the jacket, whether it's adjusting the clothes. And JND put up a video that is extremely helpful, so you should definitely watch it to see how they adjusted the statue. They recommend, first of all, you to not touch the coat for at least a day. Let the material settle, and that way you can play around with the coat left and right. Same thing goes for the shirt, the pants. Maybe you should put the pants, lift the pants a little bit up, dig the shirt inside of it a little bit so it can be flush to the body, tight to the body. You can adjust the tie as well. And you can fiddle a little bit with the chain or the jacket, especially around here, where you can make it all nice and neat. And my recommendation is take in the clothes a little bit from the back like that. By doing so, you can eliminate some of the bagginess that you feel like it is there, even though it's natural for the statue, for the coat to be like that. So by doing so, you eliminate that bagginess that you are worried about. So having a statue made out of material requires some gentle work from the collector to make it look the same way they want to. But the accuracy of the clothes is on point. I mean, I did not know that the Joker did not have a button in the middle of his vest. He's missing a button, or it wasn't actually tied. So these little details that I probably would have never noticed in the movie, they are making sure that they're portraying them in this. And the weathering on the clothes, or the weathering on the jacket, it's so on point. Let's not forget, this scene, what they're trying to portray, was already halfway through the movie. So the Joker paint application on his face was already like winding down. The clothes was already getting dirty from the fighting that he's been doing with Batman and all his henchmen. So the suit, his suit, whether it's the jacket, the coat, are not clean anymore. They're dirty, they have dust on them, they're like weathered. So I appreciate all these subtle detail that they put into the coat to make it look like it's straight out of the movie. Now, let's talk about one of the most important aspects of the statue, which is the likeness. Heath Ledger Joker has been done by so many companies. So many tried to capture the likeness but have failed. That's not to say that some didn't come close, but I feel nobody has come close to JND. Whether you look at it from the front, from the side, you can see that it's a perfect representation for Heath Ledger Joker from the movie The Dark Knight. Very impressed with the sculpt, detail, very impressed with the paint application. I mean, how can I describe it more? I think pictures, video do a better justice of me keep telling you how good it looks. So that is a major prop for them. Same goes for the hair. They meticulously put some of the strand together so you can be able to display it, give it that messy look that the Joker has. So when you get this piece in the box, the hair is actually tucked into the coat. So you have to take the hair out, you have to play with it. Don't be afraid to mess around with it. This statue is not as fragile as you make it seem to be, right? So you can play around with it, you can touch it, you can move it, you can display it, you can give it that wavy look, that messy look that the Joker has. This statue is a piece of work, but it needs some of your attention to make it look as good as you want. If you guys did not know, and if some people did not mention, you can actually take the coat out. Let me show you something. So these shoulders on the statue are actually removable. They're not glued. And that is because when they put the clothes on, they need to find a way where they can put them without having to break the statue or have any issues. So it's very easy to remove the coat. You might have a hard time putting it back on, but having the shoulders being able to go up makes it easy. So all you have to do is put one finger on the shoulder and the thumb on the back, and by pushing up, You notice how the shoulder goes up? So that shoulder goes up and you can stuck it back in. When you do that, you can easily put the coat back on. So if you are one of those people that wants the coat to be perfect, no wrinkle, nothing, you can easily take the coat out and steam it, or you can just steam it on the statue. For me, I want it messy. And the reason why I want it messy, because in the movie, this scene is messy. So everybody has a different opinion, everybody has a different take, everybody has a different taste. So you can play around with it, make it look as good as you want. Some people want the chain to show, so they might want to push the coat away. I don't care. I want it to be as reminiscent of the movie as possible. So now let's talk about the different display options this statue provides for us. As I mentioned previously, this statue comes with 4 different hands. You have 2 right hands and you have 2 left hands. The first right hand, you can be holding the machine gun, and if you add the fist hand in the left, you have that iconic display from the movie. Now you can choose to remove the left hand and then add a hand that is holding the knife. Now, to make things easier on us, JND made sure that the thumb is actually removable. So you can easily put the knife in and let it sit in his hand and put back the thumb where it's actually holding the knife. So it can easily display and it won't fall. But to put the hand out, you have to make sure that you lift the clothes, lift the shirt, and then put it in. That way it sits nicely on the magnet. So that's another display option. Obviously you can switch from this hand to the right hand and put the knife in there as well. So you have very little display options, or some other people might want to have the fist in the left, the knife in the right, and have the machine gun laying on the base. And I didn't go into detail with the base because it's a very simple base. It represents this Gotham Street with a manhole, but all of their bases have been pretty simple because they want their main focus to be the character himself. But this subtle base really fits the character, and I'm glad. What I forgot to mention is how impressive they are at making their shoes. Whether it was with Arthur Fleck or with this statue, between the sculpt and the paint job, you almost feel like it's a natural leather. Every time I touch it, I get fooled and I remember, okay, it's resin, it's not leather. So a major prop for, first of all, the design that is so accurate to the movie. Second, the paint application to give it that realism. I mean, at the end of the day, you are trying to buy a statue that captures the character essence and have it in your living room, in your statue room. And this does just that. So I can go on and ramble about this piece, but I think you guys have had enough of me. So I'm gonna call it quit and hope you guys enjoy what I have shared, what I have discussed. Again, stay tuned. There's a little bit of more videos where I'm gonna do some unboxing for this piece. Short videos, you guys won't, it won't take too much of your time. But again, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, and thank you for commenting. Don't forget, we are about to reach 50,000 and there will be a major giveaway, so you do not want to miss out on that. It's been a pleasure. Again, major props for JND Studios for this piece. It's fire, it's lit, and congrats to everybody that owns it. I'll see you guys soon.